Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, let give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakodash, the bonus to the elders and apostles, great and stone. Shalom to you, brothers and highways and byways, preaching, teaching His word in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Shapal from the James Jamaica camp, with a quick lesson. And this lesson is one where, it's been longing for. This lesson is one where the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, through the power and spirit of the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, deserve their honors, man, because coming in this faith, those men stood firm, for the prophecies, Salakia, and we carry on that legacy. All right, so scripture say what? The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And here we have the vision now speaking. It wasn't for the time back then. It is for now, man. It is for an appointed time, right? And at the end, that's how we're at the end of the society, man. Scripture says what? At the end it shall speak and not lie. So we're at the end of the society right now. What we're speaking about is that RFID microchip, which, is supposed to be made mandatory. That's what we're waiting for. That is one of the main prophecy. Along with this Neuralink chip, brain chip, And, when you speak about the RFID microchip, which is going to be implanted, in your wrist or, in your hand, it, and this Neuralink, it's the way of the future. It's the mark of the beast, man, which is prophesied in Revelation 13 and 16 and down. And whether people want to believe it or not, it is speaking right in front of your eyes, man. It is plain to see. You can't get any plainer than that. You understand? Right? So we're going to go into this article and we're going to read a bit about the human brain chip, because by now, I'm sure a lot of people might know that the RFID microchip, which is not much smaller than a grain of rice, is already been created. And certain people, such as in certain countries, such as certain parts of America, China, and certain parts of Europe and Asia have already moved on. You have certain areas more than some, with this new technology. As the new way of life. However, we want to speak on this Neuralink human brain chip, right? And this is an article from RT. It says human brain chip pending approval, pending FDA approval, Musk says. So billionaire tech entrepreneur Elon Musk has planned to begin human testing from his company brain chip implant. Right, Neuralink giving another aspirational date after previously claiming human trials would soon begin. Addressing an event held by the Wall Street Journal earlier this week, Musk said the brain implant, which has been made successfully used in animals such as pigs and monkeys, would be tested for real human testing sometimes next year. Neuralink's working on, and this is a quote from Elon Musk, working in monkeys and we're actually doing just a lot of testing and just confirming that it is very safe and reliable, and Neuralink device can be removed safely, he said. And as they say, as the article is speaking about testing on monkeys, I remember back in a documentary, these men had monkeys locked up in cage doing experiment, and ESA thing is, right? And a lot of the monkeys them had apparently happens to have what back or spinal problem, which they're being crippled, from the spinal cord, and it's like they put a chip in the monkey brain, and they have equipment that they put along the spinal cord, and it bypass the signal to the spinal cord and send a signal to the that equipment that they put on the monkey. So the monkey was able to move his limbs, without the actual spinal cord working, man. So we know ESA have a lot of these things, and to a lot of people, it's gonna be like a miracle to see a crippled man get up and a walk, and he's selling you this under the guise of convenience and yeah, pretty much convenience, man, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna make your life easier. But the judgment stands, man, because it's against the laws and statutes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, right? And it ESA right now, man, is getting ready, to pull out or to take total and utmost control, of this society. That's what he's trying, man, because scripture says what he had about a short time. So all of these things, it's all about total control, So as I said that, let's just get into a scripture or two, proving the point. This one is I want to bring out from Revelation 19, just on the point that I made a while ago. Revelation 19 verse 20 says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, right? And that false prophet speaking about, hey, Esau, all of these churches, your Roman Catholic, your Pope, and mainly Esau, man, right? Because he's the one that prophesying and telling you what's going to happen, all right? With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped the image of the beast. Those both were cast into the lake, into a lake of burning, lake of fire burning with brimstone, Salakia. All right. So it speaks about the prophets that wrought miracles before them, man. All right. So that miracle, as we speak of a while ago, this man is gonna bring this technology, a crippled man that has been crippled for years, can't walk, all of a sudden people are gonna see these things happen in front of them eyes, man. Man getting up and walk through the technology of Elon Musk, and people are gonna welcome it. It's gonna be welcome, warm welcome. Look on technology as you have this guy where from birth he couldn't see colors, and they had, even though they have glasses now, but back then they had put an implant in his brain which allowed him to see colors, man. And a lot more technology. You have soldiers which had been injured from wars, and are disabled. Limbs are gonna start working, man, and so that's a false prophet, man. With these miracles. A lot of people are gonna see it, and it's gonna be so convenient that a lot of people are gonna give in. But the scripture goes on to show you that you're gonna be deceived, right? which deceived them that had received the mark, because that's from you receive that many you're doomed. From you receive that you're doomed. You have no luck nor part with Yahweh Shemi Shaman, because it's a time of the ultimate test. Which side are you gonna be on? Alright? Which side are you gonna be on, man? You're not supposed to take in a mark, man, any chip in your body or anything like that. Alright? So let's just finish with it. It's good to say, I hope to have this in our first human, which will be people that will serve with that have severe spinal cord injuries, like paraplegic, quadriplegic, next year, pending FDA approval. Alright. So, as I said before, disabled people. In a tweet posted on Tuesday, Musk added that his firm ultimately hopes to patch up faulty or missing brain neurons, which the device noting that many physical alignment can be solved by just bridging the spinal between the existing neurons. As I said before, they put on equipment. I really can't describe it right now, but there's a thing that they put on the monkey's but lower back, and connect the microchip to the monkey's brain and send that signal from the brain to the lower back. You know what I mean? Running some sort of equipment along the spinal cord, and it just bypassed the spinal cord completely, man. And the monkey was able to move his limbs, which his limb was broken and he couldn't move them all along, So it's gonna seem like a miracle, man. All right. Progress will occur. Progress will accelerate when we have device in human. Hard to have nuance conversation with monkey next year. He continued, and this is some tweet. So I seriously hope to get to the point where Neuralink could help my husband, like with memory and illusion. A lot of people welcome it, man. A lot of people welcoming it. Despite Musk's comment, he had given several different time frames of the human Neuralink testing in the past, saying in 2029 that they would launch something around the end of 2020, a prediction that reversed in 2021, and as of last February again to 2022 on Monday. Alright, the businessman said that the FDA rules haven't been a major hurdle, as Neuralink's own standards for implanting the device are substantially higher than what the federal agency requires, suggesting that the apparent delay would be on the technical rather than the regulatory side. Among the most controversial of Musk's various projects, the Neuralink implant is meant to be inserted directly into the brain to compensate for neurological or signal cords injuries result in disability, such as paralysis. After unveiling a work model of the device in pigs late last year, the chip was successfully tested in a 9-year-old monkey. Alright, macaque monkey in April, with stunning footage reporting to show the animals playing games of Pong with its mind only. All right, and not to mention, people are gonna be able to upload a lot of things, brain getting quicker and all of those things, man. Look, Isa is putting shit together, man. All right. So the scripture has to come out. This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. He said, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? And that goes, yeah, that goes, read that again. So, and he calls it both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So everybody basically, is going to get that chip one way or the other, man. Right? To receive a mark in their right hand, right? Speaking about the RFID microchip, which, once can go look it up, man, because a lot of lesson has been out there, on the RFID microchip, right? Which is being inserted in your hand, right? Or in their forehead, which is now this Neuralink thing, man, and it's plain as day. Right, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this is going to be the thing that ties you to the system. Alright. But as I said before, any man take that mark, man, is guilty of the judgment of Yahweh Shai, and will be burned with fire. Thus say the scripture. This is Revelation 14 and verse 9. It said, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, right, which is Esau, Edom, NATO, and the EU, you know what I mean? And the beast system, which is, this whole setup, this whole new world order which Esau is about to unravel, right? If any man worship the beast and his image, right, and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, right, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and with brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. So, look, it doesn't matter how you splice system, man. You take that chip, that's it. You know what I mean? That's it, man. And as I say, we give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shai, man. That he had put the spirit and the elders and the apostles of great millstone for us to understand these mysteries, written in the scripture, because even in today's society, a lot of people saying that the mark of the beast is all type of madness under the sun, except for what it really is, man. But we can see that the Lord give a specific set of men and the understanding, and we give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yashai for that, So, until the next one, Shalom.